Hey everyone, Gary here from the band The Elysiums with my YouTube channel, Gary of the Elysiums. Today I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be showing off my entire CD collection. As you can see, there's a big wall behind me, goes all the way to the floor. So this is going to be broken down into many parts. So please hit that subscribe button so you can see everything and get an update every time I post a new video, because I don't think I'm going to be doing all these videos at once. It might be spread out over the next couple weeks or next couple days, but who knows. And if this is your first time watching one of my shows, I usually rank albums, I usually rank genres, live albums, things like that. So today I'm going to do something a little different. I like when people show their CD collection or their vinyl collection, whatever, so I figured I'd start by showing mine. And I have everything in alphabetical order. There's these little tabs here, as you can see, for each letter. And I have, the bulk here is just rock and metal. Classic rock, pop rock, metal, hard rock, heavy metal, death metal, thrash metal, new metal. There's some grunge in here. So that's basically it. And then I got some other stuff broken down into genres like jazz, country, blues, soul, compilations, reggae, things like that. So basically, we're starting with the A's, and I'm not sure how far I'm gonna go in this video. I don't wanna make it too long. Probably do like a 20-minute video. And then each edition will be showing off the everything until the collection is done. So everything I have is in alphabetical order, like I said already, and in chronological order of the way the band released or the artist released their albums. There could be a few exceptions, only because I might have switched one just to make room, so there's not too much space. And I used to have a lot more stuff. I had a lot of metal stuff, but due to personal problems, I had to sell things. I had to pay bills. So right now, my collection, I would love for it to be much more than it is. It's nearing 3,000 CDs, so there's definitely a lot more out there I could get. And so a lot of the stuff I rebought, remastered, and I have stuff that I don't want to give away, like the original CD I bought when I was a teenager or whatever, but a deluxe edition came out, or a remastered edition. So I put the one that sounds better in here, and the other stuff I just put in the attic. I don't want to get rid of it. All right, enough of me talking, let's get right into it. First, we're gonna get into the AC/DC section. I'm just gonna pull out a couple at a time, make it easier here. So we got High Voltage, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, Let There Be Rock, Powerage, If You Want Blood, You've Got It, Highway to Hell, Back in Black, For Those About to Rock, Flick of the Switch. And as you can see, these are all the remastered editions, which came out in 2003 in these digipacks. And I'm just going to finish off AC/DC here. 74 Jailbreak, got Fly on the Wall, Who Made Who, Blow Up Your Video, The Razor's Edge, AC/DC Live. This is the single edition. I also have the double edition. I'll probably put that single edition away to make more room. Ball Breaker, Stiff Upper Lip, Black Ice, Rock or Bust with that lenticular cover there, and finally their newest release. This is Power Up. This is a Target exclusive, which comes with a sticker pack. And then next up, I'm a big fan of this band. I've unfortunately only one though. This is Balls to the Wall by Accept. And now we're getting to the Aerosmith section, and I'll pull these out also. I have a lot of Aerosmith, basically everything they've ever released. Self-titled debut from '73. We got Get Your Wings, Toys in the Attic, Rocks, Draw the Line, Aerosmith Live Bootleg, one of my favorite albums of all time, Night in the Ruts. Then we have the Greatest Hits, which was released in 1980. And I'm not a big Greatest Hits guy, but for the bands I really like Aerosmith, I do collect a lot of the Greatest Hits and whatever they ever released. Rockin' a Hard Place, Classics Live, Classics Live 2, and finally Gems. Done with Mirrors, I know that came out in between two Classics albums, but I put them all together because these Columbia remasters all have the same spine as did everything else I showed already. And I know Permanent Vacation came out before that also. Those Classics albums were sandwiched between the Classic albums. But here it is, Permanent Vacation, Pump, Now this pump is actually my dad's. He bought this when it first came out in '89, and I've listened to it my whole life, so I now have it, and glad I do. I'll never get rid of it. One of my favorite Aerosmith albums. Get a Grip. Big ones. This is actually from Columbia House. I remember getting this. This was like the first, when this came out, I got it from Columbia House. It was like the first in them 12 CDs for a penny or whatever it was you would get, and I still have it to this day. 9 Lives. Little South of Sanity, double live album. Just Push Play. And then here is a pretty cool compilation, another lenticular cover there. This is called Oh Yeah, Ultimate Aerosmith Hits. This is pretty cool. I loved this when it came out. It was a really, really different greatest hits. I mean, Scott obviously all the hits, but they put Season of Wither on there, Same Old Song and Dance, Big 10-inch record, Last Child. So really cool stuff there, I like. Then we got their blues album they did, Honkin' on Bobo, blues covers. This was cool. Devil's Got a New Disguise, Very Best of Aerosmith, features a couple new tracks on here. And there's a 20th Century Master. I'm not a big fan of these, but my girlfriend got me this for Christmas as a gift. One of the many gifts she got me, because she knows I'm such an Aerosmith fan, so this is really cool. I'd like to have that in my collection. And finally, to finish up Aerosmith, Music from Another Dimension, their last studio album, and not sure if it's going to be the last one they ever put out. Here we got Alcatraz and No Patrol from Rock and Roll, featuring Yngwie Malmsteen on guitar, obviously, Graham Bonnet on vocals. Then we got Alice in Chains Facelift, one of my favorite bands. Their first EP, Sap. Then we got their classic Dirt, one of the greatest EPs of all time. Jar of Flies, the self-titled Alice in Chains album with that cool green case there. Three paw dog, however you want to say it. Alice in Chains Unplugged. Again, this is when I remember getting this when this came out, so this is original. Nothing Safe, the best of the box, and an orange. It's cool. It's got Get Born Again, and opens it, which I love. The live album from Alice in Chains. Since I'm a big fan, the greatest hits. Black Gives Way to Blue. Not a big fan of Alice in Chains without Lean Staley and Rainer Fogg. The only one I'm missing is Devil Put Dinosaurs Here, which I did actually buy when it came out, and I just didn't listen to it, and it was, you know, lumped in with that collection where I had to get rid of some stuff due to personal reasons. So unfortunately I don't have it, but I will get it. Next we're going to get into my favorite southern rock band, Allman Brothers. So there's a lot. Obviously we got the debut album, Utter Wild South, what I ranked as the greatest live album of all time at Fillmore East. Excuse me. Eat a Peach, Brothers and Sisters, Beginnings. Beginnings is basically their debut album, and Utter Wild South just compiled on a 1 disc, or, you know, when it was released on vinyl, originally it was a 2 vinyl set. We have Win, Lose, or Draw. And we got another live album here. This is Wipe the Windows, Check the Oil, Dollar Gas. This is a 2 CD greatest hits. The Road Goes On Forever. I remember getting this fairly cheap. Enlightened Rogues. Then we have a 2-fer here, which I usually don't like to do, but these are, it's Reach for the Sky, Brothers of the Road. Really not that great of albums, and the only way you can get them remastered, so that's how I have them. Here I have the Dreams box set, all 4 discs, but unfortunately I don't have the box. I got these for really cheap, like $4 for all 4, but it did come with the box, so. 7 Turns, first album they did with Warren Haynes. Here we got Shades of Two Worlds, Decade of Hits. This is the remastered version from, I believe, 2000. Yeah, 2000. An Evening with Allman Brothers Band. This is the first set. And here is one I got at the art sale for really cheap. This is the complete Fillmore concerts, 2 disc in that, you know, big block box set. Here we have Where It All Begins. Really good album. Legendary Hits. This is something I had back when I was a teenager. I think my uncle or something gave it to me, but it was just a disc. I didn't have the case. But someone was selling us on Facebook Marketplace for like 50 cents along with a couple others. So I picked it up. And then we have the second set, which is obviously the second part of the first set of An Evening with the Allman Brothers. This is called Mycology and Anthology. This is basically from the Warren Haynes years. I always love that cover art with the different mushrooms on it. Here we have, this is from 2000, Beacon into Beacon. YCD there. And they're hitting the note, the last studio album they ever put out. And this is a really cool live one of my favorite live ones also. This is live at the International Pop Festival from 1971. I'm sorry, 1970. July 1970. Another live album, this is One Way Out. Live at the Beacon Theater. This is from 2004. Well, here's one of those, official bootleg series they put out. This is Nassau Coliseum, May 1st, 1973. So this is released after Brothers and Sisters on that tour. So this is really cool. Then we have Allman Brothers Band, live at the Beacon Theater, 1992. 2-disc. Here we have Bears Sonic Journals, Fillmore East, 1970. And to wrap it up for Allman Brothers Band, this is the I think this is one of the newer releases they put out. Warner Theater, Erie, PA, July 19th, 2005. 2-disc set. Okay, back into it. So we left off with the Allman Brothers. So we got America's Greatest Hits. And here we have a Yes album, an all but name, Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe. Really good album by them. I only have one album by the Animals. This is the Best of the Animals. We have the great thrash band Annihilator. This is actually a 2-4 that Roadrunner Records released with Alice in Hell and Never Neverland. There you go there. But Alice in Hell is such a great album by me. I just kind of put that on the front there. Okay, still good. All right. Next up we got Fistful of Metal, Anthrax's debut album, along with their EP Armed and Dangerous. We have Spreading the Disease, Among the Living, State of Euphoria. Pull these out also. We got Persistence of Time, Attack of the Killer Bees, Sound of White Noise, first album they did with John Bush, Stomp 442, and Volume 8, The Threat is Real. And currently that's all I have for Anthrax. We have Asia, the debut album, The Three Audio Slaves, the self-titled, Out of Exile, and Revelations. Then band gets a lot of shit, but I do like these albums. I think there's some decent players. Week in the Fallen, Avenged Sevenfold, along with City of Evil. They're self-titled from 2007. Hail to the King and Nightmare. Should be reversed there, Nightmare, then Hail to the King. Go ahead over here, I think it's a better view. Babes in Toyland, this is Nemi Sisters, grunge band there. And Bachatoon and Rotor Drive, just had BTO's Greatest Hits. And then now we're going to get into Bad Company with their debut album, Straight Shooter, Run with the Pack. This is Burning Sky, Desolation Angels, 10 from 6, kind of a compilation there, Greatest Hits, and Merchants Are Cool, a live album there, which was a reunion. Then this is an amazing album, featuring Jakey Lee on guitars, Eric Singer on drums, and Ray Gillen on vocals, Badlands, their debut album. Amazing album, out of print unfortunately. There we have the band, music from Big Pink, and you know what, I'm just gonna, we have a lot more to show, so I'm just gonna turn that a little bit. Self-titled album from the band. Then we have here, a little tight, we have Stage Fright, Rock of Ages, double disc live concert, Moondog Matinee, The Last Waltz, which we all know about that, and a Greatest Hits from the band. Beech Boys, I'm a fan of them, gotta have Pet Sounds, and I only have a compilation. This is the very best of Beech Boys, Sounds of Summer. I think it's the best one they did. Excuse me. Beastie Boys, I'm not a big fan of, but I do have Ill Communication. Not fully a rap album, more than rock stuff, so that's why it's there. Then we have Meet the Beatles, which I'm going to move actually because this came out afterwards. And then we have here, we're going to get my Beatles section, my favorite band of all time, Please Please Me. These are all the remasters I had to buy, obviously, because they sound much better. With the Beatles. A Hard Day's Night. Beatles for Sale. Help. Rubber Soul. Revolver. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Magical Mystery Tour. Then we have the self-titled album, which is obviously referred to as the White Album. And to finish off with the remasters, we have Yellow Submarine, Abbey Road, Let It Be, the Red Album, which is the greatest hits from 1962 to 1966, and the Blue Album, which is the greatest hits from 1967 to 1970. And here we have, this is released on Popular Records. This is a remaster. It's originally a German release on vinyl. This is In the Beginning Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan. And I have both Past Masters Volume 1 and 2, but I never bought them remastered yet. And then we have Beatles Live at the BBC. I still have this. I don't really need to get this remastered. Beatles Anthology 1, Beatles Anthology 2. Here we have Beatles Anthology 3, Yellow Submarine song track. Again, another one I don't really need to buy remastered. Same with this, Beatles 1. Let It Be Naked. Amazing look at the Let It Be album, their second disc, where they kind of a lot of audio where they're talking. The Beatles Love, which is a really cool mashup from the Cirque du Soleil show. And to finish off with the Beatles, we have Beatles on Air. This is Live at the BBC Volume 2. This was only released as this, remastered digipack edition. And then we have from the soundtrack to the Ron Howard film 8 Days a Week. This is Live at the Hollywood Bowl. There was a Live at the Hollywood Bowl released in on vinyl in the 70s, but never really released on CD officially. And then next up we have, not a big fan of them, but I do have Beck. This is Mellow Gold and Beck Odelay. And speaking of Beck, we have Jeff Beck with his debut album, Truth. We have Blow by Blow, Wired, and Best of Beck. This is another one I got from 50 cents from that guy that I sold on Facebook Marketplace. And then we have Behemoth, The Satanist, great album by Behemoth. One of the, I think it's a classic extreme metal album to release here. Be released this day and age. In the Heat of the Night, Pat Benatar. Crimes of Passion, Pat Benatar. And we got Pat Benatar's Greatest Hits. I guess I do have a lot more greatest hits than I realized. One of my favorite greatest hits compilations of all time, The Great 28 by Chuck Berry. Then we have Big Brother and the Holding Company with Janis Joplin. This is Cheap Thrills, their debut album. And I found this for $1. This is Big Star, twofer with #1 record in Radio City, all in one. And a couple more here to finish up the top row. Black Crowes, this is Shaker Money Maker. This is the 30th anniversary edition, remastered. This was a Target exclusive, which has 3 discs. Obviously, the album remastered. More Moneymaker, unreleased songs, B-sides make up the second disc, and the third disc is a homecoming concert from Atlanta, Georgia, December 1990. And then we have Southern Harmony Musical Companion, Amorica. I got the censored cover there. 3 Snakes and One Charm. This is By Your Side. That wraps up my Black Crowes section. This is Black Label Society. This is the 20th anniversary blend called of Sonic Brew, so it's the 20th anniversary. Stronger Than Death. This is a compilation, collage. And then we're getting the Black Sabbath. I replaced all the original Ozzy era Black Sabbath with the remasters. This is the debut album, the greatest metal album of all time in my opinion. Paranoid, Master of Reality. And we're just gonna move back over here so we can get a better view for everyone. Stay looking at my ugly mug. Volume 4. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Sabotage. This they didn't re-release, remaster. This is We Sold Our Souls for Rock and Roll. It's probably the English remaster of that. Technical Ecstasy. Never Say Die. This is a 2-disc, Heaven and Hell, the new one that we just put out a couple months ago in 2021. Live disc with that, or second disc with that also. Live at Last. I think this is an official release, but whatever. Mob Rules, again, 2021 remaster, and Live Evil. We got Born Again, Ian Gillan, amazing album. This is 7 Star, which was originally supposed to be a Tony Iommi solo release, but this album's amazing. You got Glenn Hughes on it, Eric Singer, Glenn Hughes on vocals. Then we got the first with Tony Martin. This is the deluxe expanded edition of The Eternal Idol. And this has a, the second disc is actually the same album, but with Ray Gillen on vocals, which they recorded. Then we have a Headless Cross, oh, and as you can see, TYR there, or tier, however you want to say it. Excuse me, allergies are really getting to me today. And then get some more Sabbath here, one of my favorite bands of all time, so I got a lot. Dehumanizer, again, this deluxe expanded edition. We have Cross Purposes, Forbidden, The Reunion with Ozzy. This is from '97. Features 2 new tracks in there, also amazing album. Past Lives, this is deluxe remastered edition, which actually includes Live at Last on there, along with his second disc. And then here we got the Dio Years. It's a compilation, obviously. 13, which I really don't like. Last studio album they did featured Ozzy though. The End, this was sold at the End tour. Basically, it's some stuff from the 13 sessions and some live stuff they recorded. Not the greatest album, but cool to own, especially for a Sabbath fan like myself. Black Sabbath, The End. This is the February 2017 Birmingham show. Then we have the Ultimate Collection here, which, you know, cool compilation to throw on when you just want to hear a nice array of Sabbath from the Ozzy years. And then we have 2 official, unofficial bootlegs. This is Montreux 1970 with Ozzy, obviously. And then we have Heaven and Hartford, Connecticut broadcast from 1980. So I'm going to end it there on Black Sabbath. I don't want this video to go too long. There's a lot more than I thought. So this is part 1. And like I said, if you want, please, or don't, if you want, please subscribe, support my channel. And you'll get more updates of what's coming next. And I'll be doing a lot more of these collection videos. So yeah, that was part 1, basically A to B, AC/DC to Black Sabbath. Second part, we'll continue the B's and we'll get to the C's and maybe the D's, I don't know yet. But hit that subscribe button, like the video. And you know, if you guys are posting your collections, put it in the comments. I'd like to watch them because I love watching these videos. Everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.